Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the most important trend line in cryptocurrency right now, the red one. And if you just landed here, drop a like. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. As a matter of fact, here's what you can do. If you are pumped up about cryptocurrency, you can drop a like. If you're scared, drop a dislike. There's no reason to be ashamed of being scared, guys. There's always a little bit of fear in the market. But one of the things is that fear can do for you is get yourself positioned and you feed off the fear of those that are afraid to go in, because they can take an asset like this and make it go up. Because you can look at this in a bearish sense, without a doubt, but it's also on the verge of breaking out in a bullish sense too, isn't it? You see that trend line? Yeah, reverse head and shoulders right there, right? So, which is it going to do? It looks like it's at the moment of truth for Bitcoin. It's all going to matter what's going to be going on right in that area with Bitcoin. You see, you got a shoulder over here, you got a head, and you got a shoulder over here, and boom. That's a pretty big move too. If you take the neckline here to here and you put it over there, probably about 30,000. Is it possible with Bitcoin? It could be $30,000 in 3 days. Most of you probably know that. Or it could be next week, or it might not make it. But the question of the day, the question is the day, it's probably on all your minds. Some of your minds is like, Greg, raise interest rates. There's new talk in the town. They're talking about 50 basis point rate hike, guys. So we're going to go over that. I'm going to show you some things could be going on. Put your mind a little bit at ease. Don't sweat it yet, guys. They're going to, if Bitcoin is here, right? You know how the bears are back in town. They're back in town, man, right? So like I was a bear over here. You call me a bear boy. I was a bear boy over here. And now I'm a moon boy. However you want to label me, give me that label. I'm fine. I'm called names all the time. I've been called all kinds of names. I'm not even really too worried about it. So here's the deal. You see that topping tail, top pattern? And then over here, and the bears are just, they came around the den. They're back around the den. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, here we go. 10K Bitcoin, boom, boom, all the way back down, right? Imagine if it was like down in this area, what they would be like. They're pretty good right there. Went back up over this area. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over some markets, okay, real quick, and I'll give you my take on it, okay? My take on it, and I go off the charts, guys. I go off the charts, all right? And we'll see who's going to be right here in the next little bit, couple weeks, maybe a month, 30 days, or maybe by summertime. Either way, if you were following my channel, new subscribers, I do appreciate you too. If you're following my channel, you've already would have made good, decent money in Matic. Like people are talking about Matic right now. But nobody wanted to talk about Matic when it was 35 cents. That's when you're supposed to be buying Matic. So here's the deal, guys. Here's the DXY. Starting to notice that's starting to go more into the media. And what you want to do is, the DXY is, in my opinion, it's in a corrective move up. Where can it go to? Made previous videos, 104.9, 105, maybe go up to 106 or 107. In the meantime, while this is going up into this move, okay, this corrective move that is making, you can actually see right here on the 6-hour chart, it has got some bullish. Now, I could take out that divergence and erase it, okay, so it can go up there. Kind of like what I was talking about with Matic. If Matic's going into a FOMO wave and a Matic erases its divergence that it made on that other wave, then Matic could have a FOMO third wave. And it could go up, it could go from $1.45 to $1.80 real quick, okay? So so I'm checking this out, and here's a little bit of what's going on, guys, okay? In my opinion, I'm trying to put this together for you. So you have the DXY doing this, okay? So now another thing that you could do to not back test, but kind of like get an idea about the DXY is check out the gold chart. So I'm going to go to gold, okay? So gold's coming down here in this 6-hour chart, okay? You see this move that it made here? And it's coming down to form some divergence. And on the 6-hour chart and also on the 12-hour chart, it's coming way down in oversold territory, looking really, really deep. and it's coming way down there into that. That is actually a correction of gold, guys. So wherever gold finds this bottom in this area, wherever that may be, it's done a massive drop. And just people see the drop. Same way. When it goes up, you know, the euphoria. When it's going down, it's the same thing. This is coming up to finish up something here in a little, who knows, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It could take some time, guys. But once this is done, then the DXY that I just showed you, the dollar, will be probably done with this correction and then go start doing its move, guys. So, you know, this right here, this RSI data is telling you, boom, that it's doing what Bitcoin was doing, guys. Remember I was telling you Bitcoin, hidden bullish divergence. You got that peak right there. You come over here. Where was it at before? So it's up there, right? So there's where it started its cycle right there. You just go like this. This is gold cycle, just like that. It's breaking the cycle. It's reset that whole cycle for what? Sometime here in the future, might come down a little bit more. It's going to go on another cycle. Okay. And the DXY will go back down and the markets will probably go back up. Okay. So now I'm going to go over the markets with you guys. I want to go over the S&P 500 with you. Okay, real quick, S&P 500, give you my take on this. Over here with the S&P 500, there's some bearish signals, okay? There's a lot of bearish signals going on with it, but in my opinion, the S&P 500 is correcting down. So I'm going to show you guys something on the 45-minute chart, all right? I'm not saying it's finished. It's probably not done yet, but you're getting a lot of bearish signals in this area on the S&P 500, but it's not dumping. It's not doing this dump, okay? So here's the deal with it. You see these moves? Impulse, impulse, impulse. That's actually an impulse too. Impulse, impulse. You know, you got divergence in this area right here. Tony, that's an impulse. Massive reset on the cycle. There's a good example of a cycle reset right here on this wave. Back down. You see how deep it came? And what did it do? It went back up. Hidden bullish divergence. So impulse, impulse. But now right here, you have a three-wave move. Okay? So what the S&P 500 is doing, in my opinion, is probably a double correction. Okay? More than likely. Or it's going to come back down here. Okay? So what it's doing is a WXY. Okay? W, probably X, and maybe down for a Y. And it's taking up a lot of time, whatever it's going to do, and come back over here, probably the area I mentioned before, and then it's going to go back up, guys. It's correcting down. It's doing a counter trend move, and the trend for the S&P is this way right now, guys. The overall trend, in my opinion, is that way on the S&P, because if it's very difficult to make this 5, you know, that's a counter trend move, guys, against the trend to correct it to go back up. So you just look at a 4-hour chart, you can see here how this it's taken out. It's starting to raise some, make itself bullish again, guys. Okay, so that's how I'm looking at that. And then the importance of this trend right here, okay, and it breaking that trend is the importance of that. I don't think people understand the importance of it breaking that is telling you that more than likely with the S&P 500, it ended a cycle right here. Okay. So whatever the S&P 500 is doing, it's in a new, it's more than likely, in my opinion, going in a new trend, which this is good for Bitcoin. It's good for crypto. Now it's a counter trend move, more just the way it's moving. It looks like it's going to be a counter trend move. How high is it going to go? Don't know. Don't know right now. You know, it could go pretty high, guys. You know, that's the other thing is that it's very common for these assets or the S&P 500 to make moves like this, A, B, and then come down for the C. And this, if it's doing that, this is the crash that the bears are talking about that's supposed to be happening over here. It could do this. It could go break all-time highs, guys. This B wave or X wave, whatever you want to call that, can go up and break all-time highs and then crash again into a C wave, just like that, guys. Okay? But break of that trend on the Qs and on the S&P 500 right here, like that, is telling me that, let me go to a weekly chart. It's telling you, here's the weekly chart, that the S&P 500 finished something right there. We just don't know what yet. Okay? We just don't know what yet. You know, I made a previous video about this being a bull flag. You know, where can it go to? Who knows? You know, maybe something like that. That's 4,600, guys. It could do that. 4,600. So it would be like this. It can make a move like this. A, where's 4,600? B, C. 4,600 is let's say 45.5. Okay. And then it comes down for C. Okay. So I think you know, a counter trend move of this move is reasonable to think that, guys. So, you know, here in the weekly RSI, here is the trend that it came down on, bounced, and then made bullish divergence right here, you see. But here's the in the RSI, you take that and you obviously have something new going on over there, guys, in the RSI. So where does that leave us with Bitcoin? With Bitcoin is another thing is too, let me go over this too, the USTT dominance chart, guys. I put this on Twitter. If you want to talk to me and stuff, go over to Twitter. I'm over on Twitter. It's just easier to use. Is that on the weekly on the USTT dominance chart, I'm keeping track of it. It's not breaking down in this area, but the USDT dominance chart, guys, has broken up a yearly cycle. Okay, so whatever it did, it broke a cycle. Here's its weekly cycle, then it went up and it came down and it broke it. So it's on to something new. And here's this area right here. This area right here was its cycle. Okay, like right in this area. So you can see that the USDT dominance chart did a cycle right there to this area, and then it did a correction. It actually started right in this area. It did a correction here and then went into a new cycle. Okay. So whatever this USDT dominance chart has plans for us over here, it's in whatever it is, it's in some sort of cycle. Now, here's the interesting thing too. At the start of its cycle was February, or the start of this cycle for the USDT dominance chart was February, and getting ready from April of 2021. Okay. When this area right here, when was that? February to April, February, March, April 2021. That's when most of the altcoins peaked. Okay. I'm not talking about Ethereum. I'm not talking about Bitcoin, but I'm talking about Journey. You have Chainlink. Look at Chainlink. Chainlink, I think, peaked in May of 21. You can go look at like most of the altcoin market peaked right here. Okay. Right there. And now went into a cycle. Now it's breaking the cycle over here. And some of those altcoins that have basically been in a downtrend since February, March, April of 21 have what? Started to come back to life. Just saying. Something to look at, guys. I don't really care what is going on in the markets. If there's more buyers than sellers in the economy, guys, the markets are not the economy. You have to understand that. But if there's more buyers than sellers of an asset, that asset can go up. That's it. It's that simple, guys. It really is that simple. So here's the deal with Bitcoin, guys. We're going to go into Bitcoin. And let me see. I got a smaller chart here. I want to go into a smaller time frame and take a look at Bitcoin, guys, and Ethereum. Let's take a look at Ethereum. There's some coins that are pumping too. I want to let you guys know that there are some coins that were pumping. I saw ICP is finally coming around. I'm not messing with ICP until it proves itself what it's doing, but ICP has decided to prove itself. Did a nice reaction off the bottom and made a 5-wave swing. Lido, I'll go over that. I think I know what it's doing. Luxo is moving again. The other coin, what was the other coin that I saw that was moving? There was another one in this list somewhere. I can't remember on the top of my head. I think I saw one that was moving. I think it was Filecoin. Filecoin. Yeah, I think it was Filecoin, guys. Filecoin decided to make some moves. Where is it? Yeah, Filecoin's up 25% flow. And it seems like some of them are ripping off a 5th wave, but it's definitely questionable. You're looking at the coins. I don't know. It looks like some of them may have reset a cycle and could be going into a 3rd wave, kind of like Matic. Kind of like Matic, guys. You go look at Matic, and there it is at $1.47. Okay. It's a delusional guy. You still around? Told you, Matic, he keep going up. And all Matic has to do if you come out here to the daily chart, all right, you see the daily chart, okay, right here. If Matic takes that out just a little bit more, that'll be a third wave right there, guys. And, you know, like I said, Matic could be at $1.80 real quick. Let me take a look at 12-hour. Yeah, so that's got to keep thrusting up, or it keeps making that bearish divergence right here in the RSI. That's all you got to pay attention to on Matic, guys. So the other coins, and they're doing pretty good. But let me go over Bitcoin real quick with you guys. I'll show you what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, because the correction's looking pretty decent to me, man. Really here with Bitcoin, okay? So here you got Bitcoin. And I was studying it last night, looking at it. I was actually, what I'm doing is I'm looking for what? Longs. I'm looking for longs, guys. And you got everybody else went in there and probably placed their shorts and think it's going to dump. And very well could. But just looking at this chart, guys, I mean, look at this, guys. You got to look at the RSI, just not the price. You see it went up into a wave and came back down into a wave. But what did it do in that wave in the RSI? Look at that. Boom. You see that? Took everything out. So more than likely, depending on how this plays out, Bitcoin could be setting up to go up again, in my opinion, guys. So I looked at this. It looks like it could be a flat, and it might have finished right there. Or if it's, this is the 5-wave sequence here with Bitcoin. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It came back down. So you might have an A, B, C swing. So that's what you want to look for with this asset right here, guys. Okay. If Bitcoin is going to do, let's say A, B, C. And what do you have over here? What do you have over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, right? Right in this area. What is that? Buy. That's a buy. That's a buy signal, guys. It's a buy signal. I'm still trying to figure out whether this is complete or not, guys. To me, it seems like Bitcoin. To me, it just seems like this is just the first wave of the fifth right here, guys. Okay. It seems like it's the first of the fifth wave. That's how I'm looking at that. So like it can go up, it's come back down, it can go up again and back down, and then in this area still make a fifth wave, guys. You got to realize that. Here it is on the daily, right? Up, correct a little bit, go back down. There's the third wave, right? Come back down and make the fifth of the third. So then you have divergence to there, to there, to there. And then Bitcoin could be up at, you know, say 28K, guys. That's how I'm looking at it with Bitcoin. And if it breaks out of this reverse inverse head and shoulders, boom, that matches it too. That matches it too, guys. It makes sense to me. So you take your trend like so over here. Let's say, where is it? Right in that area, more or less. So it's about that price. You see 30K. So I'd be careful in this area, guys. Personally, you know, getting too bearish. Once again, getting too bearish on this market, man. You know, that's how I'm seeing it. That's just how I'm seeing it, guys. I just like, you know, here's Ethereum. Take a look at Ethereum too, guys. Let's see what's going on with Ethereum. So Ethereum's the same way. I don't think Ethereum's complete, guys. You know, something's just telling me that's just not complete. No, you're not supposed to go off your feelings, but just something is telling me that you're going to tell me with Ethereum, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5 ended right there. That didn't even look right, guys. That's really, really bearish for Ethereum. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the Ethereum chart. This is Ethereum BTC chart. Okay. So here it went up in this wave and then correcting over here. I'm looking for this right down here. It's going to come down, finish that off, come back down, bullish divergence, and Ethereum is going to be outperforming Bitcoin. And this right here to me is going to be the first wave of probably the fifth wave or a third wave extension potentially, guys, right here. Okay. So you got a 5. It's the same thing with Ethereum, guys. This is putting on B wave characteristics, just going sideways, gentle slope upward against the trend right here. Okay. Could it rip out of there? It could. But to me, with Ethereum, they're looking pretty good right here. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3-way move. What's that? Buy. That's a buy. That's a buy right there, guys. You know, if you want to get targets on something like that, you just pull some fibs. You know, normally ABC correction, you know, it hasn't even come down to 382 yet. So, you know, 50% to 618 would be in that area, guys, like that. A, B, C, down to those areas, guys. You know, something like that. You could just take the fib off that other leg right there too, if you want, and take a fib wherever this leg will retrace. You know, your 1-to-1, your 1-to-1 hits right there at 50%. You know, I see something like that, guys. I'm going long. I'm going long. You know, I'm going to go long because that could really shoot up quite a bit, guys, and it has space down here to shoot up in this area already again. Okay. And this has the RSI is telling me that it's kind of like it's missing a fifth wave. It's almost like that's a flat up there to me. You take a look at it on a 30-minute chart, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. It could have been a flat. You know, look at that. It took all that out. Let's check it out on a 2-hour chart. Not a lot down there on the 2-hour, but I'm getting more or less I think with going over the markets with the DXY and everything, so people are going to be scared going in. Think about this. People are scared going in. The S&P needs to correct a little bit more, probably a double correction, right? And then the DXY over here, when it's finished, okay, so when it's finished, let's go to a daily. When it's finished with its move, okay, so the DXY would be in a counter trend move. So it'd be nice to see this daily RSI all the way up there, guys, like in that area, you know, and it doesn't have to move far. So if it's going like that, goes up, like say 105, 106, drags that up, and then you have all that divergence, you know, that'll be telling you be going to another trend, guys, over there. So once that happens, maybe in the meantime, DXY is going up, you know, Ethereum's been a B wave, correct back down, right? Boom. It gets out of there. And once this is all done over here, guys, I mean, it's difficult to time the market like that. Usually using these, you know, they just give you a gauge to do that, you know. So that's something that could happen. And then that's what the S&P 500 is. That over here on the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. To me, the NASDAQ looks like it wants to go up into another wave, guys. And maybe that's when Bitcoin's going to rip off another wave too. So this is how I'm looking at the NASDAQ, right? Right here. It's coming down. Let me put it on the candles for you. No, let me put on the lines. Forget the candles right here. So here it is right here. Like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, or my double correct and then go up into 5 and then do a correction, guys. That's what I think the NASDAQ could be doing. So the DXY, think about that. The DXY up, NASDAQ down. The DXY finishes, NASDAQ goes back up. And then in the meantime, you know, maybe even before that, you know, like the Ethereum comes back up, B wave comes back down. Everybody's bearish again. They're already bearish again, man. They're even more bearish. But if it comes and does a correction, and then it could do another wave up. So you have two options here with Ethereum, guys. I think Ethereum is getting ready to take over Bitcoin, guys. It's just been sitting there. So definitely here with Ethereum. Here's that trend from the top. Think about this, guys. That trend right there. And Ethereum is going to be able to do that blast through there, guys, over this, and then get on top of there. You know, that definitely will create some FOMO big time. And then Bitcoin right here, it gets up and over that area, guys. That'll definitely have some FOMO. This will definitely have some FOMO because right now, you know, you got everybody else having this right here, man. You know, they'll be talking about that, telling you, oh, you're screwed. Look at that. That's a reversal. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. We just don't know yet, guys. We don't know yet. So far, I think it looks pretty good. But Ethereum could do that. Boom. You know, I think the markets are set up for that, guys. You know, I just do. To me, this is missing divergence. Can it correct without divergence? Yes, it can. But to me, it just seems like it's coming up to make that move like this on the NASDAQ, guys, like this. So it's coming down, boom, 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 right? So what it's got now, hidden bull, right? And then boom, it wants to come up. And then it'll finally have that divergence. And then that'll be the correction over there. In the meantime, the NASDAQ, the NASDAQ can be going in this leg, right? So from December 28th to, that leg right there took it, let me see, about 2-3 weeks. So, the NASDAQ could be in this move and just going up like that for 2 or 3 weeks. And in the meantime, you know what Ethereum could do in 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, Ethereum doesn't need much time. It could do a move up here in 4 hours, really. But boom, right up there, guys. I do think that this is an incomplete leg with Ethereum. Doesn't look right to me. It's goofy. It's goofy looking. That's not a fifth wave. That's a wimpy fifth wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not buying it. That's probably going to be the first wave of whatever wave is going to be over here, guys. That's what I'm thinking, like that. Daily chart, hidden bullish divergence. Look at that. Let's see. Okay, pretty good right there. Hidden bullish divergence. It reset that whole cycle. Just like I said before, guys. What was I saying before? Hidden bullish divergence. And what did it do? It went up. And it might not be done, guys. It might not be done. And I don't think that it is. Okay. So everything looks pretty good to me in the cryptocurrency market. I'll go over some coins. I know I can keep going over coins here with you guys that are doing really, really well. Aleph Zero is doing really well, guys. This is a coin that I like. It's in this area. I told you guys to get it. If it gets back down to one, like near $1, like I said, consider that a gift with that coin, guys. But other than that, Aleph Zero is, if it takes out that divergence right there on the daily, this will be extending. This will be extending out a lot higher. Okay, a lot higher, guys. And if Ethereum going to be going up, like I suspect that they could be doing, you could be looking at some serious, up there with Aleph Zero. So I see that if Ethereum makes that move, guys, Aleph Zero. The other thing is too here, Chili's. People are getting bored out of the market with Chili's because it's not doing anything. I know how it is, guys. These things, man. You get bored. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? Chili's is, in my opinion, it's set up to make that move. So you got 1, 2 over in this area, might make some more waves, and then it can start ripping. But that's the other thing is too with Ethereum. This makes no sense with Chili's to me, that it would just come up and then be stuck in this area. But it could, and then finally gets a rip out of there. So some of the other cryptos under the hood, that's what you got to do. You got to check. So you take the cryptocurrency market, right? It's like a car. So you got your car. Here's your car, right? Like let me make a picture of some ugly vehicle like that, right? Okay, there's my ugly car, right? So around the hood, you got to check around the hood, S&P, DXY, maybe the 10-year notes, 2-year notes, and they are going up, guys. They are going up, giving a signal right there. So a lot of bears will use that data, and that's true. You got to pay attention to that. NASDAQ, and then this is Bitcoin. This car is Bitcoin, so you got to check on Ethereum, Binance, go under the hood, lift it up. What's those other smaller coins doing? Kind of like that, guys, okay? And maybe check a stable coin, call the wheel a stable coin like USDT, and that's USDC, kind of like that, guys. That's kind of how you have to look at it, like that, when you're checking that stuff. When I say you got to go check under the hood, what are the other coins giving you? What signals are they telling you? If you got 10 cryptocurrencies, right? Think about this. If you have 10 cryptocurrencies that are in they did a 1, 2, and then they got another 1, 2, or something like that, right? And you got 10 of them that are telling you that they're getting ready to rip, but you got the whole world telling you Bitcoin's going down to the bottom or Ethereum's going down to the depths of hell. Think about it, guys. That's why you got to check under the hood and not rely only on the Bitcoin chart or the Ethereum chart, and then use that other data from the markets or the DXY to try to get an idea. Okay, what is really going on here? That's how I do it, guys. Okay, that's how I do it. And don't use the media to make your decision, guys. I used to do that back in the .com days, and that's a one-way ticket of getting wrecked, guys. Look at the CPI traders. Look at the CPI Bitcoin traders, right? the CPI traders. Let's go over, see what happened with those guys. The CPI Bitcoin traders. CPI came out where? Right here. The CPI short traders. And they said, the inflation is bad. It's going to go down. Put in your short. Boom. Look what happened, guys. That's what happens with the media. The news is lagging. The news is lagging indicator, guys. I know that's hard for some people to understand. I've been there before. I didn't understand it. But once you see it, like it's an illumination, if you will, kind of like you see it, then you go back and you understand. You're like, I can't believe I was really that dumb. And so you start thinking about yourself. You're like, I actually thought the news was running the markets at one point. So at some point, if you stay in the markets long enough and you become trading these assets, following the channel, you'll see it. You'll see it at some point. It takes a little while. It takes a little while for finally it just clicks after a period. A couple things happen. Usually bad things, usually in the markets, or something happens with you, or you leave, you come back, and you're like, wait a second, this is actually how it really works. Okay. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.